Wait.
Hello.
Are you saying that my explanation might have helped you?
You might have tricked me into learning something, and I hate you for it.
Woohoo! Hello and welcome to another tech tutorial here in GrumbleCraft. I'm going to show you how to do server resource packs today so you can have some cool custom items like we have here. Now, before I do the real tutorial, I actually came up with the silly idea of making a Redstone version of each server resource pack setup. It makes it quite easy to understand. So here we are on GrumbleCraft in front of my Brunhilde's horn shop, and I have 3 different servers. One with an easy resource pack setup, one with a medium server resource pack setup. It just adds the better server packs mod. We will go over that later. And one expert setup that involves GitHub. There will be chapters with timestamps, so feel free to skip ahead. So let's get started. Let me take you on a little tour of things that you might want to have for custom items and why you might want to have a server resource pack. In case you want to have custom foods, custom hats, or other fun little costumes and fun things. But for the custom items, all you need to do is use a data pack that you can get from Modrinth called Custom Roleplay Data. And you can do this. And I have a tree costume, just like that. For the easy ones, you have to craft your own, zip up your own server resources. You compress it. You come over here to a service like mcpacks.net. It will give you a URL. Then what you have to have is access to the server. So if you're on an SMP, you have to be the server admin or one of the server admins to be able to do this. You come in here, you put the link in the server.properties, and you have to restart the server. Off, on, and go around to where the clients will grab the link. So whenever they log in, they will be able to get the resource pack link right there. And it tells them to go get it from mcpacks.net. And you're done. Just a tree, eating a donut, nothing to see here. All right, now that we're all fed, let's go look at these resource packs that we have on the client side. We have a bunch here like fresh animations and bare bones. All these things you're probably familiar with. So if you make a custom items resource pack, what you'll want to do to get them on your server is to make sure that they work first. So test them out locally. If they're working, great. Easy mode. First step, what you're gonna wanna do, go to your pack folder, grab your server resources like this, or grab your resource pack that you've just tested. You're going to zip it together. Once you have it, you are going to go to mcpacks.net. Once you're at mcpacks.net, you're going to go in and grab the pack. The zipped one. It could be named something else. You could name it whatever. It doesn't matter. You're going to say, yes, I'm human. Oh no, skateboard. Animals. Select images with the animals doing the same thing. There. No. Did I do it? Oh my goodness, I'm a robot cookie, but I am also a human. Look at that. Upload. Great. Now, this is all you need. You have your download URL. So this allows your server.properties file to hand this out to every client that connects to your server. It will then allow them to download the resource pack. So here in server.properties, go down until you find resource pack right here. With resource pack there, I'm gonna paste that in. Optionally, because you're doing this from mcpacks, it already puts the SHA-1 hash in the URL. So every time you make a new pack, it changes, the contents change, the hash will actually change as well here. You don't need this necessarily if you're doing it from mcpacks.net, but go ahead and put it in there if you want. You can leave the resource pack prompt blank if you want. You can leave this ID blank if you want. I like to say require resource pack true. That way everyone needs to see the silly items that you brought into the game, especially if they're pertinent for lore or game or something. You're going to save that and restart the server. And that's it. Easy mode is now done. You got to take this tree off. The next time you connect you are going to download that resource pack. Again, I haven't mentioned how to apply these items, and the way that I do it is I use the Custom Roleplay Data. This is a data pack I get from Modrinth. It allows you to use a trigger command, which is available to everybody, not just operators and admins. You don't have to give yourself custom items, which is great for an SMP. So you want to make sure you download this. You will put it in your world data packs. There it is, Custom Roleplay Data. A little side note about this, you will notice that in 121.2 and 121.3, there were changes to how resource packs were formatted, and that also changes how this works. So if you are before 121.2, then you can basically do just this. Trigger custom model data set 5307. It's great. Your 5307 is the custom model data number that you give it as an override in your resource packs. This is not something I'm covering in this tutorial. I will link some other tutorials on how to make custom items in a resource pack, and this is the old way to do it. What I've also done is updated our 121.4 resource pack so that we can use these same numbers. There was a bit of a conversion that I had to do. Now that we've taken care of that, let's get on to the next big improvement. So after the easy setup, we come over here to the medium setup, which is just easy plus better server packs mod on the server. So we will be locally zipping up our resource pack. We still come here, put it at mcpacks.net or a similar host, and gives us a link to the zipped file on mcpacks.net. Log into the server. I'm going to put in our link to mcpacks.net or wherever the hosted zip file is. Then, with better server packs, you just do a console command, pack set, the URL, push, or without the push. And once you do that, you'll see I didn't restart the server, but it renewed the resource pack. Or without the push command, it'll just renew it on reconnect. And you're done. This is the better server packs mod. This is great. Instead of putting your custom server resource packs in the server to properties file, you're just going to set them in the console. You just say pack set, you give it the URL, and you can optionally say push. And if you do say push, this forcibly resets everyone's resource packs who's online without making them disconnect and reconnect. It's pretty great, and I use this all the time. So with better server packs, you just go to your console and type pack set, the URL. This one is the MC Packs one that we just made, and push. That's optional. You don't have to type push, but you can. And hit enter. And there, as you can see, it refreshed. If you want yours to reload without totally blocking the screen with the big red Mojang, all you need is this mod. Remove reloading screen. Pretty great. And then finally, this is the expert one with GitHub Actions and better server packs. So you don't actually need to be the server admin for this one. You don't need the key to access that. To get out of here, Vanya, I'm recording. You just need the GitHub repository. And once you're in here for the GitHub repository, you'll see it will make the link for you. It will also help you zip all the stuff together just with saving your changes or committing your changes. Push this one button, it'll send it on over, and it'll refresh on the clients. So everyone who's playing Minecraft will get a renewed resource pack even while they're playing. You don't have to do that. You could just have it renew when they reconnect. And it's great. You don't have to give everyone server console access. And when you're done, you can go over here and you will see from the public, you're able to access both, because this version will actually self-host the resource pack. But let me show you how we do our server resources here on GrumbleCraft now. What we have are our resources here, and every single time that we change one of these assets or change anything here in the repository, say for example, I add a new carved pumpkin hat. See, There's all of these hats that we have defined here with their numbers. Here's the oak tree that I put on earlier. If instead I needed to change that or add something, every time this is changed, what you'll see is we have some automation. And that is just as simple as adding these .github workflows. I have a template that I'm happy to share with people in the description, and it goes basically as such. High-level overview, validates, basically uses this thing to validate a resource pack. Once it's been validated, and only if it's been validated, it will zip it together and deploy to the server using FTP. Then it will use Archon to connect directly to the console and use the BSP, the Better Server Packs command, to set it to push. The other thing you're noticing is I'm actually I'm putting the zipped up resource pack on the server. And what's allowing me to do that is that I have another mod that is on the server that is self-hosting our resource pack. This mod that you put on your server is called Resource Pack Server. Fairly simply, you install it and you set a few of the properties, give it a port. Now what I have done here in GravelHost is with our network, I'm actually going in and assigning this port to both voice chat and Archon, and this port to the Resource Pack server. I can only assign 3 ports, so I'm doubling up this one because voice chat uses UDP and Archon uses TCP. If you don't know what that means, it's fine to combine things like streaming data, like your voice. It's fine if, a little bit's lost, but Archon is TCP, which means it has to go through and there's acknowledgements and it's a different protocol. And you can put them both on the same port. There might be some issues with it, but I haven't come across any yet. The other thing you could do is put your voice chat on your main game port by setting that in the voice chat config to -1 for its port. Here in the config, you will see I have specified the server port to match what I've configured in the network. Additionally, you'll have to enable Archon. In the server properties, you'll see I have enabled it. I have set a password and I have the Archon port set here. The last thing I'm going to show you is that here I have our resources. So because I added the mod for the resource pack server, I can store my resources here and I don't have to store them on some third party. So how exactly does this work? Let me show you. If I just go into any of the files here and make a small change, what I'll do is I'll say here, howdy, YouTube. I just click commit changes, update README with howdy or demo. You don't have to update this, just nice. And now, when I go to actions, you're gonna see it's doing a validate and push. Click into here, click this job. You'll see it's setting up. It's pulling this down, doing a whole bunch of stuff. And it's done. And if I go over here, I missed it, but look, GitHub, new push from robot cookie detected. Come over here to the files. You can see this was updated less than a minute ago. And that is the pro version of the server resource packs. If you have any more questions on how to do any of this, please add your comments below. I would love to try to answer them and share more of these things that I've been building. This is so fun for me. I really love sharing these tools that I've been making and things that I've been compositing with everyone else's tools that are out there. So please, please, please let me know if you like this, if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. There have been requests from other grumblers here on the GrumbleCraft server to add custom paintings. So I'm going to be tackling that next, and I'll see you in that video.